How's it going, everybody? The Roundtable of Rathe with another, this time, IRL gameplay video. On my side of the table here, you'll see that I'm playing Chane with his Nebula Blade. I have my Soul Shackles ready to go, my Rune Chant token ready to go. I'm playing the Arcanite Skullcap, the Grasp of the Arknight, the Carrion Husk, and the Snapdragon Scalers. And across from me is Chris. Chris, tell us what you're playing.
We got Sir Boltyn, Breaker of Dawn. I'm kind of trying a little janky list here, so we'll see. But I'm trying a bunch
Don't call it janky.
Well, we'll see. It could be. You never really know until you give it a try. But we got a lot of zero attacks like Snatch and Ravenous Rabble, and we're also trying to play Belittle to search for Minnowism. So we'll see how this goes. But I also have the Skullcap, Tunic, the Stubbies, and the Snapdragon. I know. Apologize for a little glare. We have a little glare down here in this area. But Jim is playing the Snapdragon Scalers.
Oh yeah, yep.
As well. So just. Luckily, that's the only thing on the screen that seems to be a little off. Otherwise, we should be okay.
And we rolled off camera. Chris did roll higher. You elected to go first.
First, please.
So then he's going to take it away here. Our decks are shuffled and prepped, and we're ready to go.
So I get a Tunic resource at the beginning of my turn. Who would have thought? And then we are going to Arsenal and then pass the turn.
You savage.
Solid turn.
What a turn. Oh, yeah, Bob is here too.
Yeah, I'm here too. I'm just adding some comedic relief and commentary throughout the game.
Yeah, expert analysis that we all need.
Solid first turn, Chris. How do you think you feel about it?
Oh, feeling really good, Bob, going into turn 2. You know, I just, it was a, I just tried the best I can and, put a good swing on it, and then I went out of the park. So.
Well, may you find blues and be the vanguards in your future.
Let's hope.
Well, interesting turn on my end as well. I am going to... Jeez.
Ooh.
You already put him on tilt with
I know.
Arsenal first turn.
He didn't see that coming.
Tap Chane to create a Soul Shackle. So we're going to have one Soul Shackle token here. I'll represent it with the dice. The next Rune Blade or Shadow action this turn gains Go Again. And so from what our Shadow Lord Mark has told me is I can swing the sword... Since it's a Rune Blade weapon sword, and it's an action, so it's technically a Rune Blade action, it can get Go Again. So, I'm going to pitch... interesting, I know. I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay.
If we're wrong, let us know. But from what Mark has told us, technically, because it says create a Soul Shackle token, your next Rune Blade or Shadow action this turn gains Go Again. So technically it's a Rune Blade action.
Yeah, that seems fair.
All right, I'm going to pitch... a yellow. Oh no, I don't want to do that yet.
Ooh.
I'm gonna play.
Judge.
Yes, I'll play a Seeds of Agony yellow.
Okay.
It says you may play Seeds of Agony from your banished zone. It's irrelevant. The next attack action card with a cost 1 or less you play this turn deals 1 arcane to target hero. Go again. And the only reason I'm doing that is to then pitch a Rip Through Reality and a Snatch to go up to 2 resources to swing the Nebula Blade. The Nebula Blade says, if Nebula Blade hits, create a Rune Chant token. If you have played a non-attack action card this turn, which we did with Seeds of Agony, Nebula Blade gets +3 until end of turn. So I'm swinging for 4 damage, and if it hits, create a Rune Chant token. This does not apply to this. This is on attack action cards.
Gotcha. No block on the blade.
I'm gonna not react to that.
Same.
All right, so he's gonna take 4, and I'm gonna create a Rune Chant token.
Ooh.
So it begins.
And then with the Go Again from creating the Soul Shackle, we're going to play a Snatch, and we're gonna deal 1 arcane from the Rune Chant first, and then 4 physical. And if the Snatch hits, draw a card.
And we get 1 from this.
And 1 arcane from the Seeds of Agony as well. So we.
All right, we take 2 arcane.
Okay, arcanes are done.
And then we are going to, let me think about my turn here. Pitch, play. Yeah, no block on the Snatcher.
No reaction from me. So he's going to take 4, and I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to Arsenal this card, and I'm going to pass it over to him.
There it is. 10 damages.
The Chane is no joke.
He's good. But We'll see what the Breaker of Dawn can do. Tunic up to 2. Beginning of my turn, get a counter. First action is to play Seek Enlightenment red. We are pitching a blue to pay for it. We got 2 monies left over. Seek Enlightenment is an action, 1 coster. The next attack action card you play this turn gains +3 power, and if it hits, put it into your hero's soul. Bump.
Oh, you know what I wanted to... Which, not to interrupt this, I just noticed. Did you want to do an arcane barrier, or is this intentional?
I guess I probably should, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll put in the... I think about that. Good call. Put in the Null Ring gloves here. Good call.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Okay, so you're going Seek Enlightenment. If it hits, you're going to get to draw a card. It's +3 on your next any attack or weapon?
Any attack. Action card.
Action card, okay.
And then we will play Take Flight.
Nice.
Pay $1 for that. And then we will charge 1 card. So this is a 7. Go again. And since I have charged, Boltyn is online to give a +1 power if you block with an attack card. Break the Dawn.
7, go again.
Yep.
Jeez. Big decisions need to be made here.
We're big dogging it here, boys. And if it hits, it goes into the soul. Boltyn loves his soul. Big fan of, James Brown. Aretha Franklin.
No defense. No defense here.
No reaction.
Okay. No reaction from me as well. So we're going to take the 7, and that card's going to go into your soul.
Take Flight into the soul.
And then...
Go again.
Yes.
We are attacking with Raydn Duskbane. We have charge this turn, so it gets +3. So it is a 3, possibly a 4, with Boltyn.
1 card in hand.
1 card.
No resource floating?
That's correct. I have 1 resource floating.
1 resource floating, okay.
I'll use a red for the resources, and then a 4 for the power.
3 for the power.
Potentially 4.
Potentially 4.
Yep, my bad. Make it a 4, Jim.
Well, let's take the 4.
Well, it's just
Or 3. Jeez, we're having a rough time here. All right, so no defense. He doesn't react, I assume, and then I take the damage. All right, so I have 1 Soul Shackle. So 1 card comes off the top into the Banished Zone. Unfortunately, it's an Art of War, so that cannot be used. I'm going to set that aside.
Big hit for me.
You hate to see
Big hit for the Breaker of Dawn. I love this.
What's Chane's post text?
Bound by Shadow.
Bound by Shadow.
All right, we're going to go with a Shadow of Ursa from the Arsenal. You may play Shadow of Ursa from your banished zone irrelevant. As an additional cost to play the Shadow of Ursa, you may banish a card with Blood Debt from your hand. If you do, Shadow of Ursa gains Go Again. I'm going to banish a Rift Bind from my hand.
Okay.
So Shadow of Ursa does have Go Again now. It is a 2 physical attack with Go Again.
No block.
And I am not going to react.
No reaction.
Yep.
28. Bum, bum, bum. Don't break my Dawn, bro.
Play a Plunder Run from hand. So it's not going to get the damage bonus, but the next time an attack action card you control hits this turn, draw a card.
Sounds good.
We are then going to pitch a blue Bounding Demigon. Or we'll have to tap Chane first to make another Soul Shackle to give the next Rune Blade or Shadow action Go Again.
Got it.
We're going to pitch a Bounding Demigon to play this Rift Bind. For 1, we'll have 2 resources floating. And Rift Bind says you may play Rift Bind from your banished zone. If you do, it gains +X, where X is the number of non-attack action cards you have played this turn. So +1 from Plunder Run. So it's going to be a 3 damage attack, and with the Soul Shackle that we created, Go Again.
And if it hits you, draw a card.
And the next time an attack action card you control hits this turn, draw a card from the Plunder Run.
Put this Cappy in front for 2. I have less health, so we're up to a 2 block there.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
No reaction from me?
Same.
So we'll do 1 damage, and then I will draw a card.
Battle Worn here.
Interesting.
What's he gonna do with the go again?
Let's use that go again to make a rune chant token, pitch a blue to go. Oh, no, I guess I don't have to pitch a blue yet. I could spend these 2 on the Grasp of the Arcanite, create a rune chant token, cost 1 extra for every rune chant you control, but I don't have any. So I'm going to spend 2 to make a rune chant. Then I'm going to pitch this blue Vexing Malice to swing the Nebula Blade.
Gotcha.
Go down to 1 resource floating, 1 card in hand. I have played a non-attack action card this turn, the Plunder Run, so the Nebula Blade is going to be a 4. If it hits, create a rune chant token, and we have 1 Rooney going before the swing.
1 Rooney. We'll take the 1 here, and then say no block on the blade.
No reaction.
No reaction.
So we're going to do 4 damage. We're going to make a rune chant token, and then we're going to arsenal this last card.
Pass it over.
Solid turn, Jim.
Hey, Chane does nothing but efficiency, he seems like.
Well, we decided to not block on that turn, so we'll see if we can try to return some pressure here with Sir Boltyn. So we're Tunic up to 3.
Tunic is online.
Tunic is online.
It's spring.
It is spring. Via the Vanguard.
Oh, baby.
Spring is sprung.
With the Tunic resource, Boltyn Specialization, 1 coster. As an additional cost to play via the Vanguard, you may charge your hero's soul any number of times. Attacks you control on this combat chain get +1 power for each light card charged this way. So we have 2 light cards here. We're going to charge twice. And so since I charge with 2 light, we have a +2 on the V. So right now this is a 5.
A 5V.
Yep.
We are going to neglect a blocking option on the V.
Okay. My reaction is going to be use Boltyn's attack reaction, banish a card from his soul, give it go again.
And I'm going to not react.
No reaction.
So it puts me down to 25. Chris is at 22.
This is true. 25 to 22 is what you say. Is what you say. All right, then we have a Nimblism from hand. I'm sorry, I can't do that because it's going to close the chain.
It would close the chain, yeah.
So what I should have done,
catch.
what I should have done was play that first.
Yeah. Well, we can. It's all learning here on our Roundtable of Rathe channel. So let's say he plays the Nimblism first.
Yep.
Plays this. Would you still charge by 2?
2, yeah.
So then instead of attacking for 5, he would 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to take 3 more damage here.
That was my mistake,
2,
obviously.
3. No, it's all good.
Yeah,
22 to 22.
Something important to keep in mind with via the Vanguard is not closing the chain with a non-attack action card. And then we will play Ravenous Rabble for 0. Reveal the top card of your deck. Ravenous Rabble gets -X power, where X is the pitch value of the revealed card, of the card revealed this way. Go again. So 5 base -2. So we have a 3 base +2 from via the Vanguard. 5 go again. Oh, I can't see the glare. Sorry, this is a yellow illuminate on top of my deck. So yeah, the Ravenous Rabble is a card I've been including just to see how it works, but
I don't hate it in this deck because you're running mostly reds and yellow.
yeah, there's a
I'm going to neglect to block.
there's like a 50% chance to hit a red. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
just the way I build the deck.
So I'm going to say no block.
Okay, no reaction has natural go again.
So I'm going to take 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at 17. He's at 22.
And then with the go again, we'll attack with Raydn. So this is a base 3 because I have charged +2 from the via the Vanguard. So we are at a 5 total.
And so now that we are at lower health, my Arcanite Skullcap blocks for 2. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and take 1 damage here unless he reacts. So we're going to take 1, going down to 16. I got to put a counter on both of these.
I really like the Ravenous Rabble in there.
It seems cool for the V turns just to have more options for 0.
Well,
And
it has
just
the built-in go again,
Yeah,
too,
built-in
which
go
is
again is
pretty
cool. Yeah. Draw up and then pass to Chane.
All right, we got 2 Soul Shackles here. So first card is a Rip Through Reality. Second card is an Unhallowed Rites.
Okay.
So we're playing.
And both of those can be played.
Both of those can be played this turn.
That's not ideal. Not ideal.
Alrighty, let's do.
What's he gonna do, Bob?
I think he's gonna play a card here.
Ooh.
What card?
You never
I
know.
don't know.
Could be anything.
Probably gonna tap Chane first.
Well, we got to think here because there's a lot at play.
A lot at stake. High stakes here. At the round table.
The Husk is what, 13?
Yeah, 13 for the Husk. Yeah, so next turn
Kinda
maybe.
close.
Yeah. Yeah. The equipment block is really good. 4 damage stopper.
Now I like that Rip Through Reality puts on pressure, knowing that it's in the Banished Zone. Because if Rip Through Reality has a clause that says if I deal arcane damage this turn, it gains Go Again. Then I'm sporting 1 Rune Chant token. Now he could pitch to block that.
Could.
But it hurts his game plan to have not a full hand.
This is true.
But I don't want to take the risk of, coming with the Rip Through Reality first. So we're going to go with a Plunder Run from hand.
Okay.
Bottom clause does not apply because it did not come from the arsenal. Next time an attack action card you control hits this turn, draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
We're then going to pitch a blue.
Pump fake.
Yeah, we're going to pitch a blue. Tap Chane first. Make a Soul Shackle. Pitch a blue Consuming Volition to play this Unhallowed Rites out of my Banished Zone. I'll have 2 resources floating. Unhallowed Rites says, if you have played a non-attack action card this turn, you may play Unhallowed Rites from your Banished Zone, which we have this Plunder Run. It says you may put a non-attack action card with Blood Debt from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. So I'll put this Seeds of Agony, a non-attack action card with Blood Debt, on the bottom of my deck.
Okay.
And then it's over to you for 1 Rune Chant and then 4 physical. Go again with the Chane ability.
Take the 1 on the Rune Chant.
Oh, that's what he needed. And then we got 4 physical.
Let's say no block there.
No reaction.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We're going to draw a card from the Plunder Run.
Constant stream of cards. It's not good. I'm also not blocking anything, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going full.
I think you almost have to do that.
We're going to play this Rip Through Reality with these 2 out of the Banished Zone off of the Chane Go Again from creating the Soul Shackle. Mm-hmm. Rip Through Reality, you may play it from your Banished Zone. If you have dealt Arcane, which we have done 1, it gains Go Again. So it's a 4 physical with Go Again.
4 physical Go Again, and you have how many cards left?
3 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal.
Holy moly.
That's a lot of cards.
That's a lot of cards. No block.
No reaction.
1, 2, 3, 4. Holy moly.
We're going to pitch a blue Seeds of Agony to play a 1-costed Meet and Greet, have 2 floating. Meet and Greet says, if Meet and Greet hits, create a Rune Chant token. If you have dealt or deal arcane damage to an opposing hero this turn, it gains Go Again.
Yikes.
So it's going to be a 4 Go Again. If it hits, make a Rune Chant.
All right, so Cappy is online for me. It's back to a 1 because I have lower health. So a block for 3 and 4.
That's pretty good right there. So it does not create a Rune Chant token, but it does have Go Again.
Yep.
2 resources remaining.
It's not good. Look at this turn.
This is quite the turn.
It's not good.
We're going to use these 2 resources on the Grasp of the Arknight to make a Rune Chant. And then Go Again. And from that Go Again action, we're going to pitch a yellow Rift Bind for 2 to then swing the Nebula Blade, with the non-attack action being the Plunder Run, bringing us to a 4 physical, 1 rune chant. If it hits, make a rune chant.
Take the 1. No block on the blade.
No reaction from me.
No reaction.
So we're going to do 4, make a rune chant.
Yep.
And then I'm going to arsenal this last card and ship it over.
That was a great turn. Unfortunately, if anyone watching has seen our Boltyn video that was recently posted, we kind of talk about how Boltyn doesn't block very well, because if you block, you're going to have a very underwhelming turn. So
Chane,
sometimes you got to take some damage.
I want to film when we do a Boltyn versus Leviah game, just to show how it may seem like Chane is super strong, but each of these characters play really well into another one of the characters.
Sure, yeah.
This is just Boltyn's hardest matchup.
All right, Tunic up to 1. We have Bolt of Courage. We're going to charge as an additional cost. 3, if I've charged this turn, it gains, if it hits, draw a card.
So it is not boosted as of right now. So I'm going to say no block.
Gotcha.
And force him to react.
We're going to pop the Snapdragons.
Okay, I will no react, so I will take 3.
All right, so I draw a card and have go again. Pretty good draw. And then, sorry for any of that noise in the background.
Getting a new driveway, baby.
New driveway. We have a yellow Illuminate. 3 base. If it hits, goes into the soul.
Love to see that.
Love to see it. You love to see it.
Again, this is not boosted right now, right?
That's correct.
Have you have charged this?
I have
turn.
charged from the Bolt of Courage, yes.
Well, this is interesting because it is not the start of my turn.
True.
But at the start of your turn, if you have 13 or less health, I have to banish this husk anyway. And I'm at 13 health. It is not the start of my turn. So not thinking that there might not be another attack here, I might have to use this husk, and this is a fault of mine, on a way less optimal way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to block with the husk right here.
Okay. Let me think here for a second. We'll do Beacon of Victory.
I did not expect that.
So
well, that's good though, I guess.
You're 1 short from being able to get the Cataclysm.
Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to think.
No, because I'll need 1 to give it go again.
Oh.
So let's do.
I was thinking he could do that too, and then I was like, no.
Still thrust valiantly.
We'll need a resource for that.
This is a pretty underwhelming Beacon of Victory, but it has to be done to
You can get a 0
give some go
cost
again. So we'll banish 1. Beacon of Victory, give +1 power. I'm going to search for a card that costs 1 or less and put it in my hand. So I think we're going to search for a Ravenous Rabble.
I like that. See, and like
Put
right
that
now
in
it's
my hand.
perfect.
Yeah, in
Go
a
again,
like a less
yeah.
optimum situation, it's
Well,
still
and
playable.
plus- and you can still play Raydn then.
Indeed.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That is
Yeah,
wonderful.
It's a really good play.
So this is my reaction. I'll pass back to you.
So then I'm not going to react because right now we got it covered.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
And then I have to give go again.
Yep. And then this goes to when the chain closes, so not yet. It goes to my banish zone.
Gotcha.
But let's just put it there now because we know.
Sure. All right, go again from the Illuminate. And then we'll come in with the Ravenous Rabble. This technically is in the graveyard.
And then off
reveal the top card. Man, getting these yellows. So it is a 3 go again.
Yeah, but
5 minus 2.
the Lumina's coming.
I could be dead by that point, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right, so 3 go again, and then Raydn for 3. So the most I can
Yep.
take on this. He's out of cards.
Yep.
So the most I can take on this turn is 6.
And you're gonna probably kill me now.
And I feel like I'm in an advantageous spot here. So let's block 1 on the Grasp of the Arknight and take 2.
Yep, no reaction.
So we get a counter here.
Go to 11.
Yep. And then we're gonna let that 3 come right through.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3. We got 8 to 8.
And then your turn. I don't like my chances here, though.
That was actually
And you know I have Illumina in my hand from the top of the...
A really cool play, though.
Ravenous.
Yeah, the Ravenous.
Yeah.
I know it was cool, guys.
All right, so we're going to go with 3 Soul Shackles.
Okay.
Shadow of Ursa.
No, it's not good.
A Bounding Demigod.
That's not good.
And an Enlighten, which cannot be played from the Banished Zone.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
Oh.
We like the Shadow of Ursa, though. All right, we're going to start with the Shadow of Ursa. And it says, as an additional cost to play the Shadow of Ursa, you may banish a card with Blood Debt from your hand. If you do, the Shadow of Ursa gains Go Again. We're going to banish a red Seeds of Agony. So we got 1 Rune Chant and then a 2 physical.
All right, we're going to pitch a blue to make 3 monies.
Okay.
We'll pay 1 on the Null Rune to block the
Rune Chant.
2 physical. Man, this is just all bad.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much I can do here. We have to survive, though, so... How many cards do you have left?
I have 3 cards in hand, 2 in the Banished Zone that can be
1
played
in
and
the
1 in
seeds.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I think this is just... We'll block for Trey.
No reaction from me.
Same. No block skis. Just take it to the dome.
We'll play the red Seeds of Agony.
That's for 1, or how many arcane is that one going for?
It is all the seeds deal 1 arcane.
Mm-hmm.
The red allows the next attack action card with cost 2 or less. The yellow is 1 or less, and the blue is a 0 cost
Gotcha.
or less.
Very similar to Captain's Call as well. Captain's Call has that same thing.
We'll tap Chane.
Make a Soul Shackle.
Yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, we'll tap Chane to make a Soul Shackle to give the next Rune Blade or Shadow attack Go Again. We're going to pitch a blue Vexing Malice to play Howl from Beyond, 1 floating. Howl from Beyond says, the next attack action card you play this turn gains +3. Go again.
Yikes.
We're going to play Bounding Demigod. It says, if you have played a non-attack action card this turn, you may play Bounding Demigod from your Banished Zone. If you do, it gains +1. So we got a 4, 5, 6, 7 with 1 arcane and Go Again from Chane.
Yikes.
That's
Well, we got 2
unbelievable.
money floating, so we're going to use the 1 to
Block the Seeds of
block the
Agony.
seeds.
And so then we got 7 physical.
We have a 6 block on the physical.
So you're going to take 1.
Yep. And then I'm out of cards. So.
Okay. And then Go Again from Chane. I got 1 resource left.
Not looking good.
Yeah, this is the.
I think we're going to do this. We're going to
This is
go
a tough spot.
the Go Again from Chane. We're going to play Riftbind out of my hand for 1. Riftbind says you may play it from your Banished Zone. If you do, it gains +X. So it does not gain +X.
Okay.
It's just going to be a 3 attack. He's going to not block. I'm going to pop the Snapdragon Scalers to give it Go Again.
1,
You
2,
could
3.
block with Fendels if you wanted, but
Sure.
I mean it's like
And then we're going to pitch a yellow, swing the Nebula Blade for 4. If it hits, make a Rune Chant token.
Make a Rune Chant token, you say. Good game.
Jeez Louise.
Like I said, I could have blocked with the Tunic, but it's kind of a...
Pointless.
I know it's like putting off the inevitable.
Yeah, for sure.
Quick reactions to the game as a team. Chane is extremely he plays very unfair.
It's good.
It's
really
very, very good. Boltyn is probably... It's got to be Bolton's hardest matchup because, like you said, you want to exchange gas for gas.
And you're, yeah.
Right?
Well, I was saying, in the games I played against Mark, which is probably 3 at this point. There are some times when you can get the upper hand, especially if maybe one turn. If, let's say, you kind of get lucky and the Chane player has a bad flip.
Hits off the top, doesn't hit.
You kind of need to get that luck to kind of get the momentum.
Yeah.
It is possible, but, like you said, like you just mentioned, when I'm trying to not block, Chane's also outputting just as much, if not more.
More, yeah.
So, in this deck, we were talking about at the beginning, the way I built this deck is kind of an experiment with all the Minowisms and
what's your feedback on some of that?
It seems a little underwhelming in the initial turn. Like, you do have the potential to go wide with the Rabbles and the Snatches and the Minowisms, but it's not as much damage really as you might think it is compared to some of the other stuff that Boltyn can do. Just like the Battlefield Blitz and the Valiant Thrust and stuff like that. So,
is there an option of a Sir Boltyn where you do run like the generic 0-cost defense reactions, or do you deem that not worthy?
There's definitely a reason to try. I don't see why you wouldn't.
With the Sink Belows and the Fate Foreseen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I
mean, but then it's like, what do you take out for those spots?
Sure, but in his build, maybe you take out 3 Snatches for 3, just 0 defense generic defense reactions. And I'm not saying that would have changed the game.
And at least you have them in there, and like you slot those out if you're playing like someone who doesn't need the defense
for sure.
reactions.
I guess what Bob said, should be noted that this deck is just 60 cards straight up. There was no sideboarding, consideration against Chane or anything. It was just to kind of test the concept. But, as we've been talking about with Boltyn, you just need to have the cards in your hand to make him effective. So maybe having some more D-reacts in the deck would allow you to block and make your, it doesn't, it doesn't, your 2-card hands don't feel as bad. You can still 0-cost charge, but you're blocking 4 damage or possibly more with a D-react on those turns where you just want to kind of prevent some damage and also charge your soul. So,
but again, I mean, you're blocking 4 versus 3, and it's like you're still losing a card from your hand, so it's still like it's still basically the same situation. You're just potentially saving 1 health,
extra damage.
I don't know if
maybe D-reacts in the mirror are definitely something to consider, because you can block.
Sure.
You can block in the mirror.
And then they don't boost the
it doesn't
attack.
boost.
Yeah.
Or it covers the boost. If it's a 3, they're not going to boost it.
Yeah.
So, interesting. I don't... Again, I think Chane is a really hard matchup for him. I think it was designed that way, because whenever I play against Sir Boltyn and I'm Levia, I get wrecked.
Oh, okay, sure.
Like, it seems to be an extremely hard matchup for me. And I think this is just maybe his harder matchup, just for how wide Chane goes.
Yeah, it's tough.
And I would assume then you said you just read some results that Ninja just performed really well.
Yeah, there was last weekend, which would be June. Today's the 15th, so like the past weekend, which would be what's 1 week ago, the 6th or 7th or something. Yeah, they had a 105-person classic constructed event at the Calling tournament in New Zealand or Australia, wherever they were, and they said I had heard that there were 24 chains, there were 22 prisms, so those are the 2 highest represented deck. Yeah. But then a Katsu Ninja player was the winner of the tournament.
And I wonder if it's just the straight up go wide aspect, putting a lot of strain on the decks that need to set up. Chane probably can hang around because you're getting the cards out of your banish zone, which allow you to block a little bit more conveniently. But I would say, like anything that's going to stress Boltyn to go wide that can also output a lot of damage in a turn would be probably tough.
Chane, you mean?
Or no, like I'm saying
against Boltyn.
I'm saying against Boltyn.
Oh, I
so
see. Yeah,
it's kind of the same scenario.
Same scenario. He seems like to be a more efficient Ninja, whereas like Ninja, you have to have the combo line, and you have to go search it up. And Chane is just like, let me hit you for 2, for 3, for 2, for 3, for
play out of the banish. Pitch the cards in your hand to afford the cost.
Yeah. On week 1 too at that tournament, it was interesting that there were so many chains and prisms, but I'm guessing that's a product of the Monarch just coming out. Yeah. It'll be interesting like a month or two when it kind of like the dust settles a little bit. Maybe people are not, so eager to play these new characters, and maybe the playing field or the metagame at these tournaments will be a little bit more even across the board. But
hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. I think Chris just did 2 in a row, so he's going to hop off. I'm going to play Bob next, and I'm going to switch over to Leviah so we get some different gameplay aspects in here. And we look to see you guys on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in.